Okay, I got a Wildcat metal detector here by CNG Technology Incorporation. Let me see. CNG Technologies Incorporated VLF Wildcat. 36 bucks on eBay. It was untested, and put batteries in it. It was dead. The only thing that was wrong with it was one of the batteries. On one of the, it takes 12 AA's. Wasn't touching the prong on the cartridge. I just moved the battery up and then it works perfect. But this has got the Super Stalker 9-inch round coil on it. I think by default these came with smaller coils, and it's got the thick design coil, which it means it I forget what they call it, but it doesn't detect very well on the top. It just gives down pulses, I guess. It's like a different type of coil. But you get your volume here, your disc select, your modes, normal, battery test, foil, pull tabs, tuning, ground condition control, sensitivity, and you got a push button up here. It all works. I'll turn it on and show you how it works, sounds, and do a little depth test on it, and eventually I'll take it out in the yard and see how it does. Alright, here it is. That's what it looks like. 12 AA's going there. I'll just show you real quick what was wrong with it. But I figured out I was put batteries in it and it was dead and get no response. I was getting ready to tear it apart to see if I could see what was wrong with it. And see, it's got two of these, but I don't know which prong it was. One of these batteries, when I put it in, that side of the battery wasn't touching. It was like down. All I had to do was push it back up, put the battery back in. I'm glad I noticed that before I tore this thing apart. But and it, yeah, went on and it turned on right away. So even if I don't ever really get out and use this thing, but I'm gonna try for the heck of it. It'll mostly be a wall hanger in my metal detector room, but I'm convinced that when you get stuff on eBay that says untested, it means they tested it and it doesn't work. But I got lucky on this one. They probably threw batteries in it and didn't notice the battery wasn't touching the prong. So I bought two bounty hunters also. One's got a fried resistor on the motherboard, and another one turns on, but I think the coil's bad. But got lucky on this one. All right, let's turn it on. According to the manual, you're supposed to turn the sense all the way up and the volume all the way up. And then you do the I still have to read the manual again, but just show you a couple. Basically how it sounds is just one tone. So, and I noticed when you detect in normal mode, because I did an air test, it discriminates out. I'll show you that quarters, like silver and copper, and it only really detects. I have to show you, but here's the battery test. It's working. That works. But in normal mode, I'll show you. Cut that sensitivity down. All right, got a quarter here. I'm in normal mode. and I'm in front of the coil here. It won't detect a quarter, and I was like, oh, something must be wrong with the machine. But when you switch to foil mode or pull tab mode, the quarter rings up loud and clear. And pull tab works, but it doesn't like iron. The only mode that it'll detect iron in is the normal mode, which is kind of strange. But when you're in normal mode, again, it won't detect dimes, pennies, or quarters, or it only detects them slightly. I don't know if that's just the way this thing is designed or what, because you'd think that normal mode would have been like all metal, but it detects everything in the other modes, but kind of strange. Just try to show you real quick. To retune it, get a slight threshold. Okay, let's go with a quarter, penny, and nickel. I'll just leave the threshold off so it doesn't sound annoying on the video. Alright, it's in normal mode. Here's the iron. Quarter. Nothing. Dime. No, yeah, it's a dime. Nothing. Nickel. Detects a nickel, no problem. And that's with the disc off in normal mode. Now when you switch to pull tab mode, there's a quarter again. No problem. Dime. Nickel. See, nickels, well, it depends on how I got the scrim set. The scrim's off, but it's in nickel mode. Okay, now it's hitting the nickel. Same with foil. Foil mode detects everything fine except for foil and iron. But let's do a quick air test just to demonstrate it. Okay, one thing I want to show before I do a little air depth test is this coil, according to the internet, is not supposed to detect on the top. But I have it in foil mode right now. Here's the iron. Gets nothing on the bottom of the coil. But when you go behind the coil, detects no problem. It's kind of weird. That's the foil. Let's switch to pull tab. So that's kind of odd. So I don't know what's up with that, if that's the way it's supposed to work or not, but leave it in pull tab mode. Let's just try to get a idea how it is on depth. Alright, start off with and threshold kind of is hard to keep going. It drifts a lot. Alright, here we go. A dime. And it loses it about 7 inches. Here's a nickel. So I got it in pull tab mode, so the nickel's not going to do it very good. Let's go quarter. See if I get that threshold up. Quarter. Between 7 and 8. Gold ring. Between 7 and 8. So that's it. kind of a strange machine, but it looks strange. That's why I wanted it. So, but if anybody has any experience out there with this machine, you can give me some tips in the comments section. I'll welcome that. But I do have the manual, a PDF manual online that I found, and it goes through certain procedures that you have to follow when you try to adjust it to the ground. But anyways, there it is, the Wildcat by CNG Technologies.